and then she starts like hitting him, like really like hitting him, pushing him off the subway station so he can leave, like really pushing him off. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, or comment. On last week's video, I was talking about my experience as a Black woman in Korea, and I thought, I don't know, it kind of just felt right to do a story time that kind of to follow that video. And this story time is kind of wild. I still, like, whenever I think about it, like, now I laugh at it, but what at the time that it happened, it was ridiculous. It's about a time when we got like harassed by a Korean middle-aged man. So without further ado, let's get into it. So on this particular day, actually, before we even start, it was like 8 or maybe 9. It was close to like 9 p.m. in the evening, maybe more, maybe less, just like around that time start. And actually, it was me and 3 other foreign girls, and of course, Angelica was in there somewhere. And we decided. Actually, we were in the Dongdaemun area, very popular area locally, and like for locals and foreigners alike. And we were in that area, so we decided, since we're near Gwangjang Market, a very traditional market in Korea, is near Dongdaemun. Let's just go there, grab a hot dog. This is what a hot dog is. You should see my other video about my like eating our way through Busan. This is what a hot dog is. I love that food so much. It's one of my ultimate favorites in Korea. Okay, so I thought, let's just go get a hot dog and then we can leave. We go to Gwangjang Market, we grab our hot dog, and as we're exiting the market, this ajeossi, like a Korean middle-aged man, approaches us. So this is basically, yeah, again, this is me, again, don't forget, this is me and 3 other foreign girls. And he just approaches us and he starts mumbling at us like, literally exactly like that. And this man was really, really drunk, to the point where we could not understand him, and me and the girls that I was with, and we can kind of handle ourselves in Korean. We're not fluent, but we can understand like adequately enough. We can understand quite well, but we could not understand him. Also, he was like very like wobbly, to the point where if I was to just just push him on his forehead, he would have just fallen. Anyways, he keeps on like just like at us, and we're like, what is happening? Let's just leave. So we start walking towards the bus. So actually, 2 of the girls were gonna take a train, and then Angelica and another girl were gonna take the train, and me and another girl were gonna take the bus to head home. But we're like, this is kind of weird, so let's just go together. Let's just go take the bus together, and then the 2 other girls will get off at the train station. We keep on walking towards the bus station. We realize he's following us. Like, he's really following us. We're like, what is happening? Okay, we keep on walking. We cross the road. Again, he's still behind us, following us. We're like, what is going on? At this point, we're very creeped out. There's nowhere to go. Whether we take the bus or we take the train, there's no winning. So we walk towards the bus stop, and there's no more escaping. Like, we're just there. We can't go anywhere else. We have to wait for the bus, and we thought it's just better to be in a public space with a lot of people. So we're at the bus stop just waiting, and we look at our corner of our eyes, and this man is approaching us. He's physically coming to his really like wobbly self. Is this how we wobble? I don't know. He's really, really like coming towards us, and he's looking at us. So we all know that he's coming. It's like a slow motion. He's just approaching, and finally this man is not leaving us alone. It's been like a good 5 minutes. My patience runs out, so I turn at him and I'm like, 가세요. and which means like go away, but like in a very polite way in Korean, like go away. And I guess for him, instead of like that kind of hitting at him more that he's harassing us, it motivated him more. So he does like this really creepy smile, like like this, and then he tries to touch me. I don't know what he was gonna do, I don't know what he was trying to do, but I like pulled away. Also, that man was dirty. He was real dirty and hella musty. I was not trying to get touched by that at all. So like I'm like pulling away, and at this point we realize there's no point in talking to him, because talking to him seems to like motivate him or encourage him more. So we all turn away from him, or like we form like a tight circle around us, just facing away from him. And he's still like mumbling at us, like rah, 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 rah. Like really still just harassing the hell out of us. And take it into, we're at a like bus stop, and it was in the middle of nowhere. It was at Gwangjang Market, a very populated place, very popular place. And specifically, I looked to my left, there was like a few other girls like far away, there was a few guys, but specifically I looked to like my right. I look to my right, and I see a young Korean man, and he knows what's happening. He sees us getting harassed by this man, but yet, you know what he does? Nothing. He did nothing. And I guess he just wanted to mind his own business. So time is going by. No one is helping us. We're still getting harassed by this man. He's not going away. Our bus is not coming. Nothing we can do at this point to really help ourselves. And some of you guys might say, oh my gosh, you should have just called the cops. Listen, we're foreigners in a foreign country. We do not speak foreign, like Korean, that well. We just wanted our bus to come so we could leave. Anyways, so things are just happening. And I guess this Ajuma, a middle-aged Korean lady, I don't know, I guess she saw us getting harassed, or I don't know where this lady came from, but she was our guardian angel. So she passes by us, so it's me and the girls. There's the ajeossi trying to mumble at us, and she like walks by us, and she tells the ajeossi in Korean, these are foreigners, what are you doing harassing them, leave them alone. And I was like, oh my god, finally someone defends us. It was great. I loved it. So the Ajuma says that, and then she just puts some physical distance between like her and us, which I perfectly understand. But whatever she said did nothing on him. It did not affect him. It did nothing, because this man kept on still harassing us. Still don't know what the hell he's trying to say. Still don't know what's happening. Still just mumbling and wobbly. Mumbling and wobbly. Mumbling and that's kind of funny. I hate myself. Anyways, yeah. So still just mumbling at us. And I guess the Ajumas like comes back and realizes he's not leaving us alone. She realizes that he's just there. So she comes back and she like forcibly tells him, leave them alone. Like, what are you doing? Go away. You're drunk. Go. And I just thought Ajuma was amazing. And I guess this guy thought, what is she doing? Why is she killing my vibe like this? Who is this lady? Like, who does she think she is? So then it's wild. But then he raises his hand to like hit her, like actually about to hit her. So me and one other girl come, and we go in front of the Ajuma like to block him from hitting her. And I guess the Ajuma realizes, oh, nothing can happen. All these young foreigners got my back. If anything happens, they're here. Or he can't even do anything. That kind of thought process. So then the Ajuma like slightly pushes us aside, like just slightly to the side. And then she starts like hitting him, like really like hitting him, pushing him off the subway station so he can leave, like really pushing him off. It was wild. It was real wild. So she's pushing him off, and I guess he realizes now that, oh, it's on. It's on, bitch. It's on. And then he tries to run after her to hit her, and the Ajuma runs away. Thankfully, at this exact time, her bus came. She jumps into the bus, and then she just leaves. But then now, where does this leave us again? Back to square one. Us versus the ajeossi. The story is so tiring. It's so tiring. So he's just standing there on the side of the road, and he was so close, and he was so wobbly too. That's the point where if I were to just do this, push him on his forehead with my little finger, he would have fallen into the road. At this point, I don't want to be responsible for this man's life. He's way too annoying. I don't want to have anything to do with this man. So I stayed there in front of him, even though he was still very much so mumbling at me. If he were to fall, I could just like grab him off. Thankfully, nothing like that happens. Thank God. And he's still like really mumbling at me, and I don't know. I still don't know what the hell is saying or what is going on. And I guess finally, after realizing that his life is in danger, someone decided to help him, which makes sense because his life really, he could have actually gotten hit by a bus. But anyways, a Korean grandpa comes, and like Korean grandpa, a haraboji comes and like pulls him off to the side, and that's when our bus came and we just left. I don't know what happened to that man, and I don't want to know either. And that's kind of it. That's literally the story. But it was really wild because in that moment, while it might not seem, as I'm saying it, I'm like laughing and I'm really like being so expressive. But in that moment, getting followed like that and someone literally harassing you and no one doing anything, it's quite scary. Like, if like all of us were really like shaken down, and we went home, we're like, oh my gosh, that was really scary. Had we not been in a public setting, what would have happened? But anyways, yeah, that's it. That's the story time. That is the only story time you'll be getting from me, because a lot of the other stories, yes, they're fun, but they're also traumatizing. But anyways, yeah, that's it for this week.